going to take a look at what I eventually did with the Brad Paisley preset. I had a country gig probably a week or two ago, and about a month or two before that I decided I was going to try and capture the Brad Paisley sound. A lot of people liked the preset. I did too, the original idea. I did a little bit more research and kind of came up with something that worked a little bit better for me in my situation. I play in a trio, bass, drums, guitar, and everybody sings. So I have a little bit more space to fill. There was originally supposed to be a pedal steel player. He got sick at the last minute. So I ended up having to fill a lot of space by myself. Now here's the deal. Instead of doing the single sound, I read some stuff and saw some videos where they talked about a lot of Brad Paisley sounds are based around 2 amps, usually 2 AC30s or 2 Dr. Z's or something of that nature. So I started off with one. And then I added another one. And the difference here between the two is actually nothing. On this one, this particular sound, I really just like the fact that once I added the second one, it just sounded fatter. All right. The preset also has a little bit of pedal compressor. And then kind of what I understand Brad's thing to be is there's a little bit of slap delay and a little bit of reverb, spring reverb in front of the amp. So the first scene is just that. As far as IRs go, I ended up using these York Audio AC30 Celestian Blues, one with the 57, one with the 421. You can kind of see how they're mixed. I'm going to put this preset on the AXEfx3, and it's going to be without these speakers because I can't give you these IRs. So you'll have to find which Vox style IRs you like the most for this. But there are some of these, there's at least one sound that actually uses a Celestian Greenback cab. It's just that this kind of got a little bit more of the bite, the Brad Paisley bite that I was looking for. So this is what I like the most. And that's the majority of what we have here. So the first scene here is literally just... And originally this was like super loud, and I was just going to volume knob up for the lead sounds. And that worked pretty good, but for the sake of this and for how I'm going to have this in the future, I just added a little bit of a boost here in the output block. And now I basically have rhythm. So the same sound, just a little bit louder. This next one is a combination, if I remember correctly, of the Wrecker Liverpool, which is a train wreck amp that he likes a lot, and the Dr. Z, the Maz 38 that I have already. So the Wrecker by itself, it's kind of dirty, but I was told he kind of likes to combine 2 amps, one a little dirtier than the other. And then the lead version of it. So that's basically it's a little bit louder. It also has a tube screamer in front of it. One of the rare times I would actually like using a tube screamer. The delay and reverb on this one is after. I just kind of like the vibe of that a little bit better. So after the train wreck, the lead wreck, the fifth scene is just my JCM 800. I had to play some stuff that was a little bit more modern. This guy is actually going through the Leon Todd cabinet. This one's available for free on the AXEfx3, and it's like in all of my presets. So if you got any of my presets, you've already got this cabinet. And just a little bit of reverb. The last one is just the Dr. Z by itself with the York cab. All right, it's got just the delay and the reverb after. I love my JTM 45 clean sound, so I have this here. This is going through the Leon Todd cabinet still. And then I've got a combination of the Dr. Z and the JTM 45 through the greenback cabinet. So I'm not much of a country guitar player, but I do get to play a country gig a couple times a year, and I really like that. A lot of my blues playing kind of has that country stuff in it too, so it's actually not the hardest thing for me to kind of half-ass do a country gig when called for. This is nice though, because now I've got sounds that work really good. Because I'm playing in a small group, in a trio, I think the fatter sound work a little bit better than if I was playing in a bigger band where there were more instruments, other guitars, pianos, keyboards, pedal steels, all that kind of stuff. And then I'd probably lose one of these guys here. You know, but as far as this goes, it worked pretty good. I don't necessarily think it sounds very much like Brad Paisley anymore. But it is kind of my workable fake country preset. You'll probably have to, if you use this one, try and find the Celestion Blue cabinets that work best for you. I haven't tried the factory or any of the legacy stuff with this. I just know I like the York Audio one, so that's what I'm using. But I'm sure with a little bit of listening and auditioning, you could find the cabs that work best for you. One last thing is even though I'm using 2 amps, I'm using the same cabinet. I still haven't figured out how to make the cabinets work without phase cancellation issues. So this seemed to work pretty good. I've got this one. I've also got an AC/DC preset I'm working on with 2 amps that I really like, using 2 different kinds of amps, but I still can't get the cabinet thing to work phase-wise, and this seemed to work pretty good. So if anyone has any tips on that, please let me know. If you guys like this video and would like to see more content or want to support the channel, please hit like, please subscribe to all that happy stuff. We've got a gift shop. All the links are down below. The link for this preset is in the video description down below. It's free on the AXEfx3, and that's pretty much it. Thanks a lot.